Now we're going to Talladega, and this one's for all the marbles. We just eliminated one driver. Whoever finishes up front, there's no points, there's no stages. It's the best finishing driver wins the championship tonight. Jackson Strong, Jake, and No Pit Pendle. And a lot of these guys are hungry for a W. They're going to work with each other. They're going to draft. Pit strategy will come into play here. It's going to pan out. Something we talk about sometimes all the time at Talladega, guys. Sliders going into turn one for that first lap double wide. Cars get a little hectic, and everybody's got to ride that bull for about 8 seconds and hold on to her. Let's see how it all goes, though, man. We got a lot of action coming up tonight. Cannot wait for it.
Oh, you know we can't wait for this race. We had a lot of drama and a lot of problems in this race last week. It's definitely more drama filled than the short track, and I think we might have another example of that tonight where Bristol went smooth. Bristol was fun and fast, and these guys got through it really well. And man, I'm really surprised. That race went so quick. We didn't even realize it was ending. It was a good, fun, fast race, and I love it. I love that track.
Again, guys, just to give everybody out there a heads up, our own Boomhauer own Wound has changed his name. He is now the Keystone Cowboy. Talked to him a little bit earlier today. He wants some redemption here out of Super Speedway. Kind of had a mishap last week, and the last Super Speedway, he's always been in contention, but he said, you know what? It's not about me tonight. It's about my team. So he is going to help his teammate out at any cost tonight. We're going to see that from a lot of these guys. Talladega to wrap up a championship. I think they should do this in Real Cup.
Ooh, I don't know about that, man. I think there'd be too much wasted money on championship night. You definitely have a lot more hurt feelings than you already do.
Well, there's a lot of hurt feelings every week after any race, whether it be in the giggity race every now and then or in real life. Racing, tempers will flare, people work stuff out, and people come back and, prove themselves. But we got one more championship to finish up. That's tomorrow night in our cup, but we are going to get this one out. Then we're going to take a couple week break, do some fun lobbies. All the captains are still going to be scouting. Again, thanks for understanding yesterday, Arch. I'm still not feeling 100% under the weather a little bit. Arch said, hey, go get some rest. So I appreciate that. I did pay attention. I watched the entire development race, and that was a great race. And thanks to all the participants, and congratulations to everybody who has got signed. Remember, we do have a draft coming up. Plus, on top of that, like K-Taddy was talking about, all these fun lobbies. Come join, come race. You can still be scouted that way too. So, but congratulations.
Come beat up a champ. These guys are winning championships. Come out here and show one of them guys up. Show them what you got, man.
Yeah, exactly. There is so much talent out there, and just not a lot of room, and captains are strategically putting people where they need to be and everything. But tonight, though, we will wrap up the Slider Xfinity. Jake told me a little bit earlier, if he wins tonight, that'll be 200 wins for him. Didn't pull it off at Bristol. T. Clay up there had a good top 5 run, and he said once he realized MPP was up there, he said, hey, you need the points, you can go for it. And he apologized to the Jackson for racing him a little stronger, not realizing he was in the championship. So again, a lot of respect out there, but T. Clay putting up some good numbers. Matt BW was up there. Boomhauer, he was all excited to come to Talladega and help his teammate out. So guys, we're always in for a good one, and it just keeps getting better and better and better every week. I tell you, every time each race gets better. So I'm excited to see how this pans out. We got a little bit of attention last time from our custom cup. We got a little publicity out there from that. So that's just how cool the Giggity Racing League is. So let's keep it going, boys and girls.
Have you guys done qualifying yet?
Yes, sir. We have been qualifying. Looks like Jake's going to be starting in the pole. T. Clay in second. You got a Bob 69 in third. Let's scroll down through here. Fourth's going to be No Pit Pendle. Fifth's going to be MP Roofer. Looks like
I think you can make sure you give us some advice, buddy, because we don't have any yet.
Yes, sir.
I
Yeah,
appreciate you
man.
so much, sir. Sure, these great fans out here.
There you go.
Thanks
We
for
got
being our
thank
in
you
race
all
too,
so.
Clay. It is difficult to pay attention, try to keep us updated in race. You still made it to top five doing that, so we do appreciate your work tonight. And anybody out there, if they would like to be an in race reporter at some point next year, get a hold of somebody and we can try to make it happen.
It's fun, ain't it, T Clay?
Yes, sir, Rand. It is. It's a
Are you
blast.
just starting the race?
No, we're not. We're not starting the race yet. I was
Okay.
reviewing a video on my phone.
Oh wait,
It's got 56 laps, and it's going to be 50% 3 times tire wear with stages and cautions with black flags.
How was it for you being an in-race reporter? I mean, does it change your driving at all? Does it make you on edge? Does it disrupt you? I mean, I know for me, it's just hanging out with my buddies, just turning laps, man. Like when I'm running this series, I'm not really racing for points or nothing right now. I'm not racing for anything important. It's just me kicking it with my buddies and talking, crap all the time.
All right, y'all can go ahead and join. We're going in right now. Yeah,
All right.
it's fun.
We're gonna blue screen,
I
so you
like
might
to hear the
wait on that thought.
broadcast.
1 second.
It's fun to watch it twice, but I enjoy it. It can be hard, especially at a track like this, because not to be rude, but I would kind of like to be able to talk to somebody I'm drafting with. But
Well, if you want to, man, you can hop on over there. Just go live
no,
on yours, and
I'm good.
I'll
I'm good
check
right
yours.
here. I'm not
Oh,
in the
you like it,
points, so
huh?
we'll sit back. I'll give you a lot of updates. You want to know something, just let me know. I'll be glad to give you the info.
Real
Love it,
quick, we were
appreciate
trying
it,
to
man.
figure out if we had some technical difficulties from the Bristol broadcast to Talladega. We have switched broadcasters. I'm not only commentating, but I will be doing broadcasts. So we're trying to figure out if anybody out there, if they had any difficulties with that. So at the last second, we made a quick change because we don't want to miss any action tonight, especially
No,
for a championship.
and the
Yeah, I
last thing
believe
I
what
want
happened
is
on the
nothing to
last
happen.
race was there was just so much action going on that it's going to take a while for it to upload.
Oh, car already upside down, or I don't know if that's a lag, but as soon as I jump in, I see D.
Oh, that's
Smith
a.
back there
I hope
flipping, but
that's a
he's still
lag.
back there.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
lag. Yep,
And
it's
guess
definitely a
what?
lag.
Jake went back to his black and green and said, "My last race, I'm going to go back to tradition." That was awesome
That's
for
like
him to
Noko
run
in the
that
black
custom, but
one.
yep. But
You know how
yeah.
these boys are.
Sorry, guys. Again, I forgot that I am actually broadcasting. Let's jump over here just real quick, and
Oh
I'm
crap,
not.
me too. I'm over here flipping cameras thinking it's me.
Sorry about that, but no, we're going to do the reverse camera just for the first lap or two, see how these guys pan out. And it's so awesome to see how many cars can draft like this. I mean, imagine being in the mid pack. Those guys have got to be, after the second lap, got to be doing 212, you would think, if not
Oh
further,
yeah.
in a draft this long.
But I know a lot of these guys out here tonight are glad that we are running sliders because we don't have to worry about our tires melting off in 7 laps like it did the other night.
Yeah, you and Robbie explained that a little bit of a setup issue. Once you guys told me what the mistake was, I'm not going to reveal it. No wonder you guys were cooking them tires off. Holy
Yeah, man, I'm
cow! I
telling you
mean,
what,
you guys were
it's a
cooking
good
them like
feeling to
barbecue.
know that your car can go the distance this time. So.
But yeah, you guys were cooking them like barbecue, but no harm, no foul. It looks like we got Jake up here leading. I see T. Clay going to the outside, trying to get a little bit of help. Hub Bob right there behind him, MP Rupert, and then one and only Boomhauer, that Keystone Cowboy right there. Bolt Crusher right behind him. T. Clay can't get any help. I still believe that's Tommy Armour. Changing those colors back right behind him. Bolt Crusher to the outside. Can't T. Clay get up there to get up the run there with him? These guys are in a 17 car single draft, 2 or 3 cars trying to make that high side great again. K-Cat and I always like to say it, HWH, make that high line great with high, wide, and handsome. They end up falling back to the back of the pack here, Arch.
Yeah, they're definitely falling through the pack, man. It's tough to see, man. This is one of the tracks that you want to stay. You got to stay in that line, man. If you got a line that forms on the outside of you, or a line that just gets a good run through the middle, you can definitely get shifted to the outside or to the middle and just fall straight through, man. And it's definitely treacherous to go 3 wide here, so you really don't want to be stuck in that situation.
2 cars to the high side. T. Clay is falling back, starting on that front row. Bad for you goes on the inside. He's trying to suck up behind Etho. Etho's right there with him. He wants back down on the inside. T. Clay says, "No, I want to race with you." No, they both snake down back in there as D. Smith is falling up the back of the pack. Bolt Crusher pulls in behind T. Clay. Going to jump on board real quick over the hood view of Habab. Again, thank you, Habab, for your service. I know you will be missed. You are a great competitor, a great friend to a lot of us out there. Let's see if you can get yourself a W. You've got a lot of stiff competition. He went back to his black and green 10. Jake says, I want 200, and if 200's coming, I want it in my colors, and I'm going to win the championship of that.
Oh,
We
you know,
have
put Pendle. He just gained 3 spots by the group trying to jump to the outside and try and form. As you got 4 cards, actually jump to the outside. Let's see what they can do. There's 5 now. They've actually gotten the courage to jump out there, and let's see what can happen. Bob's, ooh, he slides back in, so it's just going to be the same 4 out there. But they don't seem to be falling off. They seem to be holding up with that other group. If they
Look,
get
there's a
another
bunch of them
card up
pulling out there
they'll be
with
good.
them. Look at that.
Yeah.
The outside line is starting to develop with our own Boomhauer. The Keystone Cowboys starting to pull that line down there. The inside long line still looking very strong right now.
That's a hard top 5 to beat right there on the inside line. I don't care whose cards you got, dude.
yeah, exactly.
You be DI back in the early 2000s, and you ain't pulling ahead of that group of 5 cards right there. I'm sorry.
Look at this, guys. No one has fallen off. It hasn't appeared yet. Every now and then you will see that happen. Great to see Robbie Vids back up there. He's sitting in that 5th position right behind No Pit. No Pit's pushing Habab. Habab pushing Roofer. And, of course, Jake up front. He is pushing. Roofer tries to make a little snake to the outside. Again, these are sliders. Depending upon how you set it up, they can be a little unstable. The Keystone Cowboy, Mr. Boomhauer, still working that outside line. Car pulls up in front of him, trying to figure out. I think that's goal. He says, I want to lead you guys down this straightaway. That outside line is definitely starting to develop. More than half and half, it looks like. Car's still pulling down to the inside, though. They're not comfortable up there, Arch.
There's not really many drivers that are comfortable up there. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, even myself, because there's so many people on this.
Jackson, I'm way down on the inside. I believe in that great car. I have to double check in case he changed his paint scheme. I do believe that was Jackson getting loose again. Double yellow line.
I'm pretty sure it was too.
Yeah, double yellow line into effect tonight. Bad for you underneath. It hits the apron, comes up just a little bit. Gentleman's rule into effect. You cannot pass below that yellow line. Only 4 cars to the high side. They are starting to fall off as Jake is still pulling that long train down the front straightaway here at Talladega.
Robbie's worked his way up to 5th. Look at that, man. He's trying to make a big comeback after last disappointment there at Bristol, man. He had a better car, and he's better at that track than that dude, so he's definitely looking to rebound here.
Slow and methodical. Robbie wants to get a W in his last Xfinity race. He will go to a Custom Cup and Slider Cup next year as he owns his own team. Says, come on, boys, I want one too. But it is for the championship tonight. No Pit Pendle, Jake, and Jackson Strong. No points. It's mono and mono and mono like it was the other night. Who finishes ahead of who? That's who's going to win the championship tonight.
Right now we got 5 laps to go in the first stage.
5 to
lap
go in
7 out of 11.
Thank you very much. We do appreciate that. 5 laps left. Again, TK being our in-race reporter. This track being a little bit more difficult than Bristol, in my opinion, because of the concentration and focus it takes to stay in that draft arch. Oh, car gets loose. I believe that was Pendle. Pulls it back down. Cars jump to the inside to try to avoid and pull it back down. That was Tommy Armour in that red car, I believe. Holy goodness gracious, and we're not even through the first stage yet. Championship will be crowned tonight. 2 cars to the outside. D. Smith says, nope, I'm not ready to go there.
Yeah, Puddin' Arch, this is one of those races that's really wearing. It's really tiresome and wearing on your brain and your body, because you're running this fast pace. There's really not an advantage of being up front right now, so it's one of the
What
races
view do you run here, T. Clay?
What'd you say?
What view do you run here as a driver, man? I do the cockpit here. I feel I don't want to look around. I don't want to see all the other chaos. Not even gonna lie.
I just run the same one.
Car goes to the grass. Car goes to the inside.
Robbie and bad and only gets good. Robbie holds it together. Who's that?
And Pete
Oh,
Rupert got him.
bad too. He's falling all the way to the back. He might lose the draft if he don't hurry up. That would be bad for him.
That's Boomhauer back there, the Keystone Cowboy. He's dropped back. He says he wants to try to help his teammate out. He's got a little work to get back up in there. Anthony out in YouTube land says, let's go MP Rupert. We know how strong he is. We know how much hard work he puts in at every track. Slider, Custom Cup, Xfinity Truck. Heck, you could put this guy on a lawnmower and he would put 2,000 hours a week in to try to dial that thing in. He's up there in second. Bob trying to pull him and Robbie right behind them. No Pit Pendle still right up there, the 2 highest of the 3 championship contenders, trying to get up there. Just play methodical, don't go a lap down.
Well, like we talked about earlier, man, who's the master of making stuff last? Who's the guy that can consistently hit the fastest times over the stretch of a run? And, dude, he gets such good leadership there. I mean, don't get me wrong, dude, these drivers are talented, but it's like any good driver needs a great coach, and they have probably the best route and angle, man, and it shows.
I see one
possibly
black
3
car falling
championships.
off the pace as we were talking about it there 3 or 4 laps ago. I think that's bad for you back there falling off the pace. Now the high line's coming up to work. These guys want to try to get it back up there. D. Smith was by himself. Trying to figure out, I think that's Tommy Armour trying to make that high side work, kind of bowing up, kind of going down, in confused. Ed though to the high side, car behind him helping try to push. He said you can tell it is coming down to the end of the stage here at Talladega.
I do have to kind of rub it in and be a little bit biased, man. Team Underdog, captain, my new boss, Kate Taddy is the only driver that is not Team Milko to win championship so far this year. And he did it in the Dirt Series.
Yes, he did. Yep, and that is Tommy Armour Boy on the high side. Jackson Strong, I believe, trying to push him. That's Trey behind him. Etho goes with him also. Robbie Vid's right behind No Pit Pendle. No Pit's pushing Hubbub. MP Roofer is right behind Jake, and Jake is pulling this guy down the backstretch here at Talladega. 200 plus miles an hour. Sliders in this big of a draft, I can only imagine how fast they are, and the stability that they have to have, and the concentration to stick there.
Oh, dude, we talk about him all the time being a road course and a short track guy. Dude, this is an all-around guy. It don't matter. This is a guy's guy.
Oh,
Everybody
Bob goes way below the yellow line. Contact being made a little bit. Jake Jackson right there, too. Robbie pulls up behind him. No Pit Pendle and Jackson going down there. Oh, contact being made. MP put way high. MP Roofer into Bob, and it's a big one already, guys. That took out the field.
That took out the whole freaking field.
That's gonna be the end of stage 1 there.
That's gonna end the stage 1.
Wow, if I could swear, I would have swore because they about slept. Yeah, Jakey's the only one out of that whole pack, dude, that got away clean.
Contact being made with a lot of these cars. We know how aero sensitive this track is. You have to get in the pit lane. You have to get those cars fixed. It may take a little bit second, but we are in the risk stage. You might fall back a little bit. Get four freshies, belly full of fuel, fix that car, and then we'll go back and rack them and stack them. But Jake was he managed to make that. But that was a true meaning of a big one when only one car makes it through. When you have that many cars in a single car draft like that.
I don't think I've seen that big of a wreck here in Giggity in the whole time I've been a part of it. To be honest with you, that was actually,
green flag, boys.
That was really cool.
All right. We got them racked. We've got them stacked. We're going back to green flag racing. MP Roofer on the outside. Jake right there with him. Going to switch to the behind the car view. See how these guys pan out. Car behind, if you're pulling back a little bit, that will hurt him. You want to be as close to these people as possible, and I think that's still Jackson sitting there. Fourth, soon to be third as soon as they get around Roofer. Jackson and Jake, still your highest contending championship participants tonight. Cars getting wild and crazy. Again, it's hard to hold these cars back there. This is where you don't want to lose make contact. You do not want to lose that draft. MPP to the outside, too. Excuse me, I forgot about him. Yeah, there's 3 of them all right here. MPP to on the outside. No help. Cannot get any help.
Man, this is awesome, dude. I'm sitting here watching it from the broadcast view, and I'm sitting here seeing, what, 22 cars, 20 cars? All just snaked out, just single file. You got one little straggler out there, but dude, that's awesome to see here, man.
Ashley says it's almost as good as the dirt races out there, and Troy says, excellent driver, get her done. Jake's still pulling these guys down the straightaway. Everybody single car. That appears to be the D. Smith car gets a little loose, goes to the high side, pulls back down. These guys are now single filed. The guys in the back definitely do not want to lose that draft. There are 3, 4, 5 cars back there working together. And Bob pulling up behind Jake. Yes, look right here. We're going above. Look at this view right here. 3 cars. Jake, Habab, and Jackson. Look at that. They are not there. You can put a piece of paper between them, guys.
Ooh, D. Smith gets thrown out.
Jake to the high side right there. Again, he gets no help. Maybe gets a little loose, trying to work his way back down on the inside. One car says, I'm going to get loose too. Nope, I'm going to pull back down, not come with you. Jake pulling these guys down the straightaway. Everybody, Edo, so what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So great to see Edo up there. Judge Race.
20-car train just pushing D. Smith to the back.
I'm telling you guys, I don't think I've ever been in a draft this long. These guys have the intensity.
So cool.
They can chew nails right now to keep these cars as stable as they possible. They gotta be doing over 212, 215 miles an hour on sliders here at Talladega. That's only my assumption.
Let me put my insight on something right now. I think what everybody's doing is they're just sitting in the line knowing you don't want to take the chance of wrecking right now and having to pit with 7 laps to go in this stage right here. That would put you a lap down, so it's better off just to stay in the position you're at, not get damage on your car, so you know that you can go into that final stage on the lead lap.
Troy
Well,
says
ladies and
20
gentlemen,
cars
you can
nose to
see
tail, giving me goosebumps
that is
again.
a
Thanks, Troy. But
that
that's
is a
no lie.
big sign right there, and shown commitment of these drivers and these organizers, man, to get this league to be as best as it can. I mean, yeah, I think, man, just a month ago we're not too happy with the racing here, and everything's been starting to change. You know, with the intensity of the playoffs. You know, finally winding down. It's good to see us getting back to Gigi style racing, man. This is what we're used to. This is what we love, and this is what we like to put on. And you guys are getting some great shows the last 6-7 broadcasts for real.
Couple
This is
cars go to
awesome.
the high side right there. Jackson says, "Come on, boys, let's get around Jake." Cars, oh, card contact. Troy into the wall. 3, 4, 5 cars trying to see who that is back there.
That's everybody.
Will that bring out a caution? Trying to figure out who it
Oh
is.
yeah.
Sorry, guys. There
Caution's
it is.
out.
Yeah, caution flag again. On a
They're
slider
filming
scale,
April.
if you didn't get your tire pressures up where you wanted, this is an opportunity, you know, because you can't get them up there. Let's see if anybody is going to go
Looks like
in.
Ryan or
But
Keystone Cowboy got a little bit of that.
the Keystone Cowboy, bum bum, formerly known as Boomhauer. See, I
Hey,
can
as soon
write
as I logged
songs
on
too,
today and I
guys. I
saw
can
that
write
name,
songs
dude,
too.
I was like, dude, that's nice, man. I was like, this is definitely better than Boomhauer. You can guess what his next two choice words were? No.
Flying pickle, flying pickle, flying pickle. I just saw
That's
it out
yours.
there. You know I have to say it.
Hey, what's
We
up, Pickle? Always good to see you, buddy.
rack 'em and stack 'em. Habab to the outside. 10 of Jake there. Edo third, and I believe that's golf. Then we got Boomhauer and Clay, a.k.a. the Keystone Cowboy. Robbie right
Let's go,
behind him.
Edo.
Trey all the way goes to the way outside. I think he's going to
I'm a
try to
buyer
avoid some of
broadcaster.
this. I think he wants to try to avoid some of the contact that might be made. Hold his way back up, like T. Clay was saying, work there, but I believe that's golf out there. Clay trying to push him. Right behind Boomhauer, we got Robbie. Edo up to third. Boomhauer's trying to push Robbie. Jake to second, and Habab to the
Oh,
lead.
yeah, shit. I'm into this Hornets right here. NPP is stuck in the middle of it, man. He is not in a good position right now back here. We're running 3 wide for 2 rows, and the guys are up and down and underneath the yellow line. And these guys are running hard. They know this race is going to start closing down here
Looks like we
shortly.
got a top line forming right now, boys.
I want to see it happen.
High, wide, and handsome. We all say it all the time. Habab still pulling these. Oh, bolt crusher to the inside. Jake losing a little bit of that draft. Car's got to
No
try to
pit
keep up.
pushes the
Nope.
inside too.
Yep, there we go. We see Jake right back on there. Didn't take but a split second here at Talladega. We know how aerosensitive these cars are. He is going to push Habab. Let's see. We're going to jump back here real quick. This appears where the action is. We're jumping on board with T. Clay. Going to jump over to a different camera angle just so we can get a better view of who's all back here, guys.
Everyone, this is a cluster. It's nice too.
Yeah, right now I'm trying to leave a little gap between me and No Pit Pen. There's not really a reason to push all the way up on him and push him into these guys in front of us. You never know when a crash could happen, so it's better off just to sit about this far back and let them battle it out.
I mean, that's a great route
You're
to go
sitting
there
in
with
between a
that.
championship sandwich right now, Clay. Sorry to interrupt you, Arch. MPP in front of you, and you got Jackson behind us. Oh,
There's a
cars
wreck.
really. There it is
Oh.
right there. Cars go to the inside. No harm, no foul. They're going to get back in there. 3 cars
They're gonna slide
wide.
that.
Way go
Wow.
to the outside. I think that's Bolt Crusher in that 98. No, that's T. Clay up there. T. Clay by himself. Pulled back in behind Jackson Strong. Jackson behind No Pit. These guys have to get up there. They have to get around Jake. That's the only way they can contend for this championship tonight. Jumping on board with T. Clay over the hood. 3 cars
Look at
wide.
Robbie,
Bolt Crusher and
Bobby,
Jackson
or
get into
Robbie.
each other. Jackson pulls down in front of Bolt Crusher.
Robbie's out there single car trying to take the lead from these guys on the outside. You better watch your buddy.
I
Aussie
don't know
Robbie
who
was
he
putting up a
is.
fight.
I don't know who he is. All I know is he's from Australia. He plays the didgeridoo. Dude, cars getting wrecked as I'm clicking through. Ed throwback here. MP Rupert. No, that's Matt BW. I don't appear to
Oh,
be
there
seeing a
goes
contact.
Robbie.
That's going to bring out a... No, it's still... Is that a caution, Clay?
Yep.
There
In
we
the
go.
stage.
Yep, sorry,
In the
guys.
stage too. Well, and that's why you saw the aggression there, man. These guys are wanting to get to the front for this end of the stage, man. So I wonder where Robbie actually finished with that, because he looked like he had a great run for a while. I don't know if he got shuffled all the
Probably
way back.
finishing 4th.
All
Troy-
right, yeah, okay. I
Yeah,
was
Troy
gonna say, he
says,
looked like
go,
he was
Robbie,
pretty
go,
good.
go.
Heck yeah, Aussie Robbie, man, all day.
He plays the didgeridoo. He puts shrimps on the barbie. He drives a NASCAR. He's Ozzy Robbie. He's the one and only. What a great guy to have
Hey,
here.
Boomhauer tried to call Robbie up there. He's like, hey man, he's like, we got our 300. He's like, get on up here and do that. And we're like, dude, you missed that, dude. When you were mad last night, he already did that in the broadcast booth.
Yep. If
He
we get
man was worried.
if we get another 100 out there, Robbie says he's got something for a storm. But guess what, guys? I'm on
Uh-oh.
board with Jake, and Jackson Strong appears to be right there with him.
Yes, sir.
Gonna jump back up here.
I
There we
mean,
go. Jackson
you
Strong
see
going to
the
bring
end
him down
of
to the green flag. Jake on the
Yeah.
outside of him. No Pit Pendle's got to try to get up here. These two are going to battle it out for the championship contention tonight, guys. D. Smith right there behind him. Contact being made. Habab
man.
trying to push Jake.
Seeing that right there. Oh,
Oh,
look.
big wreck, big wreck, big wreck.
Oh, D. Smith and another one. Oh yeah, that's
I don't know if that
that's
was a
quite a
lag
few
or if that
guys.
was product of.
It looked like a lag spike. Everybody's car turned sideways all at one time.
Yeah, I didn't say it looked like that was a lag. It looked like there was no really fault in any of the drivers there, in the weird way that it happened. So, the game server's been messing up a little bit lately since the holidays. Not sure what's going on. It'd be nice to update, come out here and fix some of this stuff. But, dude, all around, we're having great racing right now, and I don't think that's going to affect the end of this race.
We do talk about it sometimes. No cautions, precautions, and especially at a track like this where it's so difficult to try to hold on to one another's on a slider scale. So let's see
He
if these
definitely
guys.
needs to be.
We had some
He's
great green
making-
flag racing to come down to the end of that stage, Arch.
Yeah, as we let Pendle snuck out of here real quick, he's going to go ahead and I'm pretty sure he's going to go jump in the chat so he can try and get down here and help these guys and figure out his draft partners and stuff. He's got a more important job to do there right now.
Yep.
We can handle this up here, bub. Have a good time and be safe, man. Working your way up through this pack, buddy.
We do appreciate all the work. Yeah, it's best to be in a chat right now. We're going green flag racing. Rack them and stack them. Jake going to bring them down. Jackson to the inside of them. Two of their three contenders, no Pit Pendles right there trying to get back there. No problem, Pickle. Give me just a couple seconds. I'll work on getting back to Robbie. We don't want to lose all this action up there. He says, I want to see Robbie making moves to the front. 2, 3 wide. That hot side line looking really strong right now.
Well,
How many people are going to try to work down to the inside?
If you want to step there with the leaders, man, I'm going to, on my broadcast, dude, I will go to the back and I will start back there because Robbie and T-Clay are both back there together running at the very end of this field.
Robbie and T-Clay both at the back again. They're friends and they're going to be teammates next year. So that's why he said, hey, I got to focus on getting back there and help my teammate. Jackson sitting right there in third. Appears Jake still pulling him down. Habab right there. He says, I want a W before I go to basic. Jackson's still pulling it down behind him, though. These two guys are up here. There's 3 contention cars tonight for the championship. Jake, Jackson Strong, and no Pit Pendle.
Robbie works his way under bolt pressure.
Look
Making
at this dude.
moves.
This is so awesome to see a
love
string
it.
of cars this long in a draft. It's just incredible, guys. It's just, I've never been in that big of a draft before. Keeping an eye on everything right here. Trey
so
right
nervous,
behind
huh?
Jackson.
Even being a good driver, I mean, knowing
He's
you're,
been to the
we got
outside.
cars bumping off each other right there.
No Pit
Robbie
Pendle
is,
batting 5th.
look at Robbie. He's all the way up to like 7th already. He's just working through this field, man. This is awesome. Looks like you lost T. Clay back there in that conjunction. There's a couple drivers bouncing off each other, but Robbie's doing it, man. He's working his butt off to get to this field. Good call, Pickle.
He wants a W on this. He really wants his last Xfinity race. As we all know, he has his team. He's moving up next year, strategize and put things together. He's going to be in Cup. I think Jackson's going to be up there. Night King's going to be in Cup, if I do believe. So he's
Yes, sir.
my last Xfinity race. I want a W, especially at a track like this. Unfortunately for T. Clay, goes back. Oh, Edo goes below the yellow line, gets bumped just a little bit, pulls back in. Boomhauer behind him, trying to see who's out on the outside. I think that's Grl. Oh yeah, 3 wide, no help.
Oh, look, they open the bottom lane. Robbie's going to shoot that gap. He's going to gain 1. He might
You
get
give
2.
him an inch, he'll take that mile. Pulls in right behind Tommy Armor Boy. Tommy Armor Boy is directly behind Dark Knight. Dark Knight behind No
Oh,
Pit.
he snuck out to the outside. See, and that's the thing about running here at these, man.
Didn't get
it's
any
really hard
help.
to hold stability. Yeah. And if you can't hold your line or something, or if you go to jump outside and you don't get help there, you go back like a rocket.
Oh,
But he'll come back like
Boomer,
a
Robbie
rocket.
make contact. Robbie stuck out on that high side by himself. Pulled back in
Trying to
right in
get
front of his
tugged in.
teammate T. Clay for next year. T. Clay says, I'll help you out, buddy. Let's get back up
Yeah,
front.
TK definitely lifted for him and backed up off so he could get back behind him and hold it in line.
Jake's still pulling these guys down that long straightaway. Habab's right there with them, too. Again, all of our championship contenders under a blanket at Talladega
that's stacking
Xfinity
up pretty
Slider
hard right
Giggity
there.
style, boys and girls.
I was on Robbie's hood, dude, and that whole chain just came like 17 cars just all stacked up together, dude, as fast as that draft came up. Dude, it was awesome. I'm sorry, guys. I'm talking about a battle away from the main scene, but I mean, I
Uh,
love it on the broadcast view. You can see the whole field, and you kind of can get a gist of what's going on, man. But as everybody knows, Robbie's my previous captain. I still love the guy, man. I'll do anything for him, and I want to see him out here just like Pickle, man. I want to see him be successful. And
1, 2, 3, 4, Arch, not to take away. Habab, the only
no,
one in the middle separating the championship three. Jake, then it goes to Bob, then Jackson, and then we got no Pit Pendle. Oh, wait, buddy. Come on, put
hey,
that hammer pedal down. Strategy in
he
place,
did his
working
last race.
together. Look at this. This is so intense. Bolt Crusher starting to pull right back up, or appears to be. And there's MP Roofer. We talked about him again. Man works so hard. Loves a super speedway. Got a sweet pedal setup on a wheel. He knows how to drive. Been in a bad situation at the wrong time. Dark Knight goes to the outside. Jackson's still sitting in third. Habab sitting in second. These guys are just minding their P's and Q's. Unless we get a yellow flag, I do believe we're going to see green flag pit stops. Look at that one giant line. Holy cow, guys, this was intense. Oh, Jackson gets a little loose, goes
Oh,
below that yellow line. Sorry, Arts, you know how I get sometimes once I see
no, I
this
got squirrely
excitement.
too.
Dark Knight to the outside. Edo goes
Look at
with
that
him.
line.
Tommy Armor Boy
Look
goes
at
with him
that. Look at
too.
that line. They're talking.
Three
They're,
wide.
yeah.
Oh, Boomer says, come on, I'm going to do Keystone Cowboy. I'm coming out there. Bolt Crusher hard into the wall. Touches
He
Trey,
got
I
about
do
three touches.
believe. Habab and Jake pull 2-3 cars. Can they pull back in? It won't be too hard with all the draft help that they have with them. Cars
Yeah,
go
they're
to the high
close
side
race
again.
right
They're
here.
going to hang the leaders out the drive. They're going to say, bye. Let's see if anybody else can pull up with them.
Yeah, there's
3
four
cars
of
to,
them.
yeah, power
Yeah.
in numbers.
There you
Dark
go.
Knight to the lead. Getting pushed by Tom Army Boy and Edo right behind him. Go ahead, Arch. I'm sorry. Look
Hey,
at
those two
this.
drivers, no, those two drivers are the same ones that push Boomhauer to a couple of his stage wins there where they did the exact same thing, man. Some guys have practice at it, and Edo definitely put himself with the right two guys to make that move. He knows they've got the courage to jump out there and do it. He made that call, and they did it. And that's big because that puts Jake back in the pack where anything can happen. I mean, it puts all three of the playoff drivers back, as a matter of fact. So,
Anything can happen here at a super speedway.
oh, see right there, Habab and everybody. Oh,
Jackson
Robbie.
in front of Jake right now. That is for a
I hope that's a
championship.
yellow. That better be a yellow.
No, it does not appear to be. Bolt Crusher pulls in behind Jake. Jake
Wow.
behind Jackson. Jackson is in behind the Keystone Cowboy, who is pushing Edo, who is pushing Tommy Armor, and Dark Knight is in the lead. Bolt Crusher tries to make a move to the out front. T-Clay right behind him. No, they do not get it. Those cars in that misfortune right there, they just lost the draft. Oh my goodness, guys. Like every night.
Robbie locked out, guys. He gone. Update for you. Yeah, I kind of understand after what just happened. I mean, it's third stage. You're not going to get light back, dude, with no caution coming out. And the frustration. I mean, it's the final race of the year. I mean, he already got knocked out of the points battle last week, so. But great season for you, Robbie, man. We appreciate everything you do for Giggity, man. You're always putting in mad, crazy hours. Go spend some time with your kid, and we'll talk to you later on, bub. We appreciate you.
We're just still on board with Jake here. Trey goes to the outside. Let's get this view right now. Looks
I'm
like
watching
MP
Ed
Rooper
there
is
here
going
in
to
the
come in there.
pack.
Yep, I'm going to try to jump on board with Tommy Armor Boy. Tommy is right behind Dark Knight. Look
Good
at
to see
this.
Ed doing
Love
this
this
good.
camera view right here, man. This is awesome. This gives you a good pack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cars, I believe, if I counted that right. 10 cars in a single lead draft. People starting to make pits.
They're coming up on a slower car.
Yeah, people, that was Bolt Crusher they just passed. Very respectful of pins, keeping it to them to the inside. 2 cars go out to the outside. No help. We're going to try to dive back down in.
Matt B. W. and Golf, they're going to hook up back here. They're trying to get their way back up. Never mind. They're not working together.
Like I just said in the broadcast chat real quick, I had to apologize for yelling, talking over Arch, man. It's just, I'm talking too much. I get so excited with this, man. This is awesome. This is for a championship,
and this is what our fans love, dude. Don't apologize. Our fans love you doing what you're doing, cutting me off, getting into it, and just being you, man. Dude, don't apologize. Dude, you make our broadcast what it is, man. I appreciate everything you do, man. That's why I love having you in the booth as much as I can.
Well, I appreciate it. You know, I love being up here. I've been on the weather a couple days here lately, so thanks again for giving me a breather last night during the development race. I love it. I appreciate all the racing that goes on there. Love being a participant of the Giggity. Love being up here in the booth. Thank you to Kate Taddy, Noco, and Robbie, and RKM at the time. Everybody giving me the chances. We're going down this backstretch right here. Dark Knight still pulling Tommy Armor Boy. Championship. Let's see where our championship leaders are right now. Ed, though, is in third. Go get him, Ed, though. Oh, it looks like the leader of the championship right now. If it
What?
were to end right now, it would be for Jackson Strong, but the check flag is not out. Boomer right behind him in Jig. Boomer being the separation. He said, I'm going to help my teammate out, and that's exactly what he's trying to do. Cars coming through the, yep, cars coming
Oh,
down. A lot of them
starting to
locking
pit.
them up, trying to get in. Oh, Dark Knight misses pit lane, I believe. Oh, no.
Nope, they gave it to him. They pulled him
Oh,
back in.
hopefully that wasn't a speeding penalty.
I take a speeding penalty over what it could have been, man. Having to go back around with no draft help and then having to come
Oh,
back in and
yes.
then pit stop there. I mean, he
All right.
definitely got the better of the two there.
Oh, look at that. Jackson in the AI accident gets spun around by Tommy Armour and Trey. Again, that's not Tommy's fault. That is the AI's on the pit lane. Hopefully that does not affect him or his championship hopes tonight, guys.
Oh, Bob's coming out. Jake's still there. I think Jake got hit with a speeding penalty, man. Oh, he's coming out. All right.
Jumping on board with Nat BW. He's still out here. I'm trying to see.
He
There we
plays running by
go.
himself, too.
Jumped on board with Bad For You. He's on pit lane. Here's Golf up there. Jake comes out. Let's see who's right behind him. I do believe that is Tommy Armour pulling out behind him right now. Jackson lost that in the pit lane. Hopefully they can get back up there. Anything can happen here. Caution is all I need. We saw that at the Kansas race in the Custom Cup. All three of the contenders that night, all four of them had incidents, and they got pulled back in there, and they bring us one hell of a finish there. Let's see what happens. Appears right now.
Oh, I
Jackson.
hate these songs.
that,
I heard you.
that
I'm
was
thirsty, man. I'll be right back, guys. I gotta get something to drink, man.
that was
I
a
wasn't
Hawaiian
talking this much.
punch.
You're just excited.
That was a Hawaiian punch. On board with Jake right now, trying to figure out who's where right now. Again, T. Clay, our in-race reporter, jumping back, had to get into a chat, help his buddies out. We're going to see who's where at the end of the night, but I'm just trying to see. Tommy Armour is not hanging with him. I wonder if he's holding back to see if he can get any draft help. See who he's trying to help. Man, that was an unfortunate pit lane for so many people, especially Jackson Strong. He was running right up there with him. Trying to see, let's see if there's no pit. No pit's right there. Got some draft help from D. Smith. Oh, he gets way loose, goes to the high side. D stays to the inside, pulls back down. D trying to stick right there with him. So, again, Jackson Strong, D. Smith, and, No Pit Pendle and Jake are contending for it. Jake wins tonight. He sent me a message earlier. It'll be 200 wins for him, and this is his last Xfinity race. He went back to that notorious black and green as we all saw him. He was running a couple customs. We took a stand vote, so we all saw how that pulled out. But yes, D. Smith right on the back of No Pit Pendle, trying to get pulled up there. Here's Jackson, MP Roofer right behind him, and I think that's T. Clay, but I can't confirm that right this split second. But
It's everybody.
no, that's Bolt Crusher. That is Bolt Crusher. You know, we got Bolt Crusher pushing MP Roofer, who's pushing Jackson.
Does Boomer have this stream going?
I would only assume. I can't guarantee that, but
Well, I'm gonna try to jump on his stream real quick and see if I can get the lap count and maybe a couple of these positions through here for you guys.
once again, with everybody out there in YouTube land, we got Troy, we got Robert, we got Tom Horton, the Dirt Dog. He says pit lane hears things, and he's mutant pudding. All right, Helen Keller, bye. Can't see her here. Anthony, thanks for joining in. We do really appreciate it. Everybody out there. This is championship tonight. We got one more to settle, but we're at Talladega, Xfinity style, like I keep saying. Jumping on board, like I said, Jackson Strong, one of our contenders. Let's real quick see where we're. There's Jackson. Jackson. I'm going to Jackson.
I'm on the
Dark
Boomer
Knight
stream
right there
here.
with Ed, though. Robbie Vince, like you said, on pit lane. Bad for you. Missed out. MP No Pit Pendle.
Boomer's in third.
So Boomhauer is in third. So let's
Tommy's
jump on.
in second.
Tommy Armour Boy is in second. Boomer's in third. There's the
So
old
that
cowboy.
puts the group right in front of him.
I would have to assume that would be the leader then with Jake right in front of them, right?
Jake and Habab. So Habab must have fell a lot down.
That's the way I'm trying to figure it out with you too. But so Jake pulling him,
I believe
his
that's
next
who it
closest
is.
contender right there.
We have 12 laps to go, 11 at the line. So
Thanks for jumping over there, man. We do appreciate it. Anthony says, I'm
I forgot
cheering
about
on
it, to be
Rupert.
honest with you.
Go Pendle. Go Pendle. That's
Isn't it
what
so
UK's
exciting
saying.
here? I couldn't look away from the TV, y'all.
Here's
If I
Jackson
wouldn't have got so
Strong.
thirsty, I wouldn't have left. Keystone was prepared, man. I don't know compared to race, I guess.
That was just a carbonated Hawaiian punch. I promise you that.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, yep. I believe you guys. Yeah. As your Keystone Cowboy buddies come up there in third, they're pushing it back. They're pushing up there, man. They're getting close. This is about to be a 4-car race for this lead.
Oh, apparently ours is muted too. Dirt Dog says he's muting everybody. Bye.
Hey, Dirt Dog, it's actually kind of funny you said
Pendle
that. I
again.
actually did have you muted when you came in earlier. I felt bad.
UK said go Pendle, and what's up, Pinky? I don't know who Pinky is, but Puddin would like to say hello to
Pinky's
you.
that Tommy Armor boy that just took the lead there, folks. Woo, they're around Jake. Come on, camera. Oh man, this is awesome.
Boomer's pushing him, Trey pushing right there. Jake's to the inside by himself. Has one car behind him. Excuse me. 3 cars though, guys. 3 on 2. Boomer to the lead. Trey pushing him.
Well, at least Tommy didn't forget where he came from. He jumps back up outside to pull them guys along. He's not what do you call Money Mike?
The Hitchhiker.
Yeah. Hey, Money Mike, I love this track, man.
Mid-Ohio, motorcycles in Ohio. There you go. That's 4 for you, buddy.
Yeah, wrap them on up. K-Tad, you want to get some of this action too? I love racing motorcycles at this track.
We're getting ready to boil it down. Boomhauer right there being pushed by Trey. The Keystone Cowboy himself pulling up. Looks like that's Bob. I'm trying to see the number right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, it should be. Dude, that was a lag all over my screen.
If it were to finish right now, if our calculations are correct from what you're telling us from the other broadcast, I think Jake would be the champion. It's not over, though, ladies and gentlemen. The caution can come out. Things can happen. We saw how many accidents happened at the first stage. Everybody got took out except for Jake. Not over until the fat lady sings. Tommy Armor Boy pulling Boomer right there.
Himself, so he's having a little bit of a rough time. As I think they're about to catch up to him.
I believe that was T. Clay on the high side right there, giving the leaders much respect, trying to pull down behind Habab right there. Again, thank you everything you've done tonight, T. Clay. That's awesome. Tried to go back, work with his buddy, did quite work out. Still lost the draft.
Okay, so Pendle's right second for points right now. It looks like judge what I'm doing because that's the second group of 5. There's actually 6 coming up behind Pendle right now.
We are coming down to the lap count. I was trying to keep track in my head, but trying to keep up with the action at the same time.
Nah, you're perfectly fine, man, dude. This is awesome. I'm getting lost myself. See, we're on 48, 56, so 49, 56. We got 6 laps to go, y'all.
6 laps to go. Tommy Armor Boy pulling Boomer, the new Keystone Cowboy. Trey behind him. Jake right there. Habab pushing him down the straightaway. Jake would be your winner for the championship tonight. He went back to that black and green, the one we're so familiar with. It's not over, though. He's got damage to the front. Still being able to hold on to that draft. 5-car draft right here for the lead. Tommy Armor Boy says, I want a W. Boomer said, well, if I can't help my teammate, I want some redemption. Habab says, I'm leaving from basic. I want to win. Jake hard into the wall. Gets way loose. Loses the draft. How's that going to affect anything? Jumping onto him right now.
I'm watching, dude. I think
he is going to pit lane. Will that affect his championship hopes? This is not good. Holy cow, he just darted up there like a tire went down. I cannot see that being the issue, but oh no. Jumping back here on board with no pit Pendle. Holy cow, we were just talking about the implications, man. Yeah. The championship implications. It's not over. Jake's still on pit lane. Wow, guys, things just went for a change.
Jackson's right behind Pendle, though. They're nose and tail right now. They're pushing each other in the draft.
Just saw that right now. This is it. No points. It's about who beats who for the championship. But we cannot take away for who's going for the win for the race too. But this right here, ladies and gentlemen, is the points championship. Jackson gets a little loose, hits that apron. Endo goes around. Jackson gets spun around. Jackson now spun around. As we jump on board with him. Holy cow!
You're the commentator, Kirsten, not me.
Oh No,
I
don't
think
tell him
everybody's
that.
coming to pit lane. Hold on,
Yeah.
I think everybody's coming to
Oh,
pit lane, so everybody's breaking around. But
I'm going to try to jump on board now with
wow,
no pit because of that. I cannot believe what we just saw happen in a
Jackson just
lap
now
and a
hit pit
half,
road.
guys. Holy cow, no pit by himself back here now.
Everybody
No
just
help.
looks like they're getting maybe 2 tires or mostly just gas as they're coming back out.
Are we out?
Boomhauer's already out.
Were we
Yeah, you guys
expecting
are
green
running
flag
out.
pit stops at the stage? Could you tell?
I guess everybody was expecting it. I can't see his fuel tracker or nothing like that, but I'm guessing it was because Boomhauer's in the lead right now.
My goodness, guys, I did not mean to apologize. I do apologize for yelling into the mic like that, but within 40 seconds of each other, we saw Jake smack the wall. All of a sudden, Jackson gets on the
Jackson.
apron, spins it. We're on board right now with our championship hope contender. We're going to see how this all goes. We did lose our in-race reporter. He went to jump out and help. We got Arch over
Oh, that's
there
cool.
spying on Boomhauer, trying to help out. I think he's passing Jackson right now, if I believe. Yep, he just passes Jackson.
There's
This
a
is
lag and a
intense.
half
This
in
is,
the system
oh
right
my
now.
goodness. This is more crazy than Tony Stewart, Carl Edwards for the win.
This is dude, Giggity brought it tonight, man. Good job, drivers. I know you don't like the drama, guys, as a driver, but way to go.
I said it earlier, though, if I had to take a couple picks, it would have been No Pit or Jackson. My future teammate for next year, my Ohio boy right here, up here in the 11 car, he, as of right now, if we're figuring out right, as long as there is no yellow, by himself, he can still take the checkered flag and win this championship tonight in Xfinity Slider at Talladega. Again, we're trying to figure everything out. We lost our in-race reporter. We apologize for that, but we're working on this.
I might be able to save us a little bit more. I
We're
might be
going
able
to
to pull
jump
up
on
Jake's
board with
post
Keystone
or
Cowboy
face
and
YouTube
Tommy
too.
Armour.
I forgot Jake's got one that he streams on. I'm
These
trying to
guys,
figure out all the drivers and the ones that stream in so I can try and help this broadcast even more.
yeah, I don't know if T Clay is streaming. If you can, I don't know if he was or not. He was earlier up here. Boomhauer pulling Tommy Armour, and bad for you. If this is for first, second, and third, bad for you. Did get eliminated after that last race. Unfortunate for him if that's the case, because he would have finished third. If that is the case, that these guys are finished 1, 2, 3. Right now, Jake is in the championship after the two misfortunes we just happened with Jackson Strong and Jake. It looks like this is no pits to lose unless something can come up. But we're
He don't
working
have
on
no
it.
help, so we'll see what happens. I don't know if he's running out there by himself
That's right,
and
Anthony.
leading,
Tommy is
or if
going for
he's
the
not.
victory, but we're talking with championship too. So we there's two races right now within one race.
Oh
We got a
yeah,
championship contender and a race winner. Boomhauer said
man, this is
he
hectic.
was good. Yeah, dude, I'm pulling what little hair out I have right now.
Miss Pudding ain't gonna be happy with us tonight.
She's not home.
I
That's
know,
why
but when she goes back and watches it, she can be mad.
it's on like Donkey Kong tonight, boys. And tomorrow she works too, so I'll be able to get way intense into that again. I don't mean to yell in your guys' ears, but the
I
suspense
love
is
it, dude.
killing me right
I
now.
love it, buddy. I love it. I love it, man. I like the way you bring it. We're up to 312 subscribers now.
312, guys. We're working on it. Bad for you gets to the inside of D. Smith right there. Bad for you goes to the high side. Trying to pull up on Jackson Strong and get that draft. Seeing if he can get that slingshot engaged. Go around these guys up here. He pulls back down. Jackson hung out by himself. Tommy pushing Boomhauer. The Keystone Cowboy. Again, everybody, if you see that name, that is Boomhauer. He accidentally forgot to get invited tonight because he... no one was aware of his name change. So again, Keystone
Hey,
Cowboy is
question for you.
Boomhauer. Bad for you,
What
pulls right
team is
behind.
Kendall on and who are his teammates, man? Because if he's running for this championship and has a chance, if he has any teammates in this race,
D.
I've
Smith
been
hard
all
into the
over
wall by
dropping back to
himself
help
as
him.
we just click over, and that does not appear to bring out a caution.
Because I know that we got other teammates in this race. I don't know whose team he's on.
Jake,
Keystone
Etho, and
Cowboy now,
Habab are
running
in here
hard.
too.
2 by 2. This is the battle for the lead, ladies and gentlemen. I love it.
Robbie said he pressed the
Smith really
wrong
got gas.
blanking button, and it disconnected
Oh.
him. I never quit. I will never quit.
I
You were
didn't
on a
think you
tear
would,
tonight,
man.
Robbie.
You yelled at me about it. That's your motto.
Yeah,
winning such a
and
good
Robbie
rally.
wants to give out a shout out to T Clay too for falling back to get him. But yeah, Robbie, glad
No.
just to know everything's all right with you and your daughter. And unfortunately, it was a mistake. Didn't know what was happening. Uh, you had one heck of a run going here at Talladega in your last Xfinity race. Congratulations on your team. Let's see if somebody can get you a top five or championship next year. But we're still trying to figure this out. Ed though running around by himself. Dark Knight by himself. Once again, talked about Robbie Vince. Matt BW on pit lane. Bad for you pulling in behind Jackson. Bad for you was a championship contender. Jackson, I think, is a lap down. They're working to try to get that lap back. But right now, can we confirm that No Pit Pendle is
This
still
is
our
the race right
championship?
there. Boomhauer just won the race, ladies and gentlemen.
Boomer, the Keystone Cowboy. As they get into it afterwards, he got his redemption. Was
He
trying to
crossed that
help his
line
team
first,
out.
right?
Yeah, I
Yes, he
think
did. Yes, he
so.
did. Boomhauer got it, man. Hey, let's see how excited he is.
We got Boomhauer hopefully getting
Man,
that
we
W.
weren't contending, man. I wish we was actually on the same fucking team, man.
Oh,
Oh,
wait a
sorry for the
minute. We
language.
apologize for that language. He does
Hey,
not know
listen,
that that was
listen.
live.
Yeah, he don't know what's going on, man. I wanted to hear the excitement in his voice, man, because he's got a lot of disappointment these last couple weeks. So that's on me. But
Do not find
I don't.
Boomhauer.
No, you can find me. It
Let's
was
get
worth
the
it.
actual
Not gonna
Boomhauer
lie.
win, though. Let's see where our championship contenders came in. Again, Jackson and Jake, within a lap and a half, had half of each other, had a bad wreck. Jackson spinning, Jake hard on the wall. I do believe No Pit Pendle will be your champion, but let's get affirmative, 100% official results on that.
Again,
Ladies and gentlemen, Jake Drew is your champion.
Jake is your champion.
Jake finished fourth.
Jake finished fourth even after the incident. Something
Yep.
happened to No Pit then, so I've been misconstrued this
Jake
whole time.
is your champion, ladies and gentlemen.
Boomhauer with the win, but your
Two-time
champion
and
of
one year.
Xfinity Sliders is Jake. Wow, I've been telling everybody the wrong thing. I apologize to everybody. It's so
No,
difficult.
dude, that's the way it looked on the broadcast, my friend, dude. Like, I didn't know until the final running just came up, so... Wow.
Holy cow. Anthony says congrats to the Keystone Cowboy. Keystone
Hey,
Cowboy.
I'm
That's
gonna
funny.
get all these guys in here real quick, man.
Yeah,
I'm
that
try
way
and
we...
get-
That way I don't have to blue screen.
Yes,
My
sir.
goodness.
Hey, go check out that leaderboard real quick, man, so we can show you guys how fast these guys are, because we're gonna need it.
Oh,
Where's our
I
camp
thought
at?
No Pit had that though, especially after Jake hit that wolf. So I'm wondering what happened to No Pit. We're gonna have to give word on him too.
Maybe coming out from that pit stop, man, he didn't have no help. I'm telling you, it looked like he was losing so much ground. Jake coming. We're gonna get Boomhauer. We're gonna get this race winner in here.
I
wanna
definitely
get,
need to calm down a little bit, guys. Again, I apologize for yelling in your ear, but my goodness, everything that happened those last laps, this is for the championship. We got a race winner, we got a champion, we got one more to crown tomorrow in Cup, but tonight's about the Xfinity boys. Congratulations to everybody. Congratulations to everybody in Xfinity who's moving on up. That would if Jake Jake didn't win the race though, so that's not 200 race wins though. That's just another championship for him. But everybody put on one heck of
Another?
a show.
Some of these kids already got one. It's Keystone Cowboy. Nice redemption, buddy.
Man, it's kind of bittersweet, man. Everybody in the party, me, Ed, Roofer, Dark Knight, Tommy, Golf, Bulk. I mean, we were all doing everything we could to get Jackson that championship. His last run with Underdog, as a teammate, he made it past Bad for You at Bristol, and we was doing everything we can. But just for some reason, there was a lot of checking up in that race. We all made a couple mistakes on pit road for just the speeding penalties. Everybody trying to stop together, trying to get that edge, and just people speeding and stuff. It kind of ruined a lot of people's races. I know. I accidentally got into the champ there. I forgot cautions and yellow flags and black flags were on, and I literally tried to lock the brakes up at the last second. The car got sideways, so I'm glad it didn't ruin anything for him because I'd felt like smaller than an ant. But
I was wondering if it gave him a penalty there.
no, but yeah, I mean, just the fact we couldn't get Underdog the championship, but it was nice to get them that trophy for the last race of the season.
You had some
Oh yeah,
supporters
definitely,
out
buddy.
there, Boomhauer, aka now the Keystone Cowboy, trying to get everybody to recognize that. You missed the first race invite to Bristol because of the name change, but again, Boomhauer, the
Yep.
Keystone Cowboy. You got a lot of people out there. Anthony said congrats. Mango said congratulations. Robbie saying congratulations. There's so many people. That's great. We know how hard you've worked at the last two super speedways, and things happened. Uh,
Yep.
but
So like I said,
congratulations
that's
to you,
why it was a
man.
little bit bittersweet, man. Able to, finally. I mean, it took forever. The last 3 weeks, I have literally been right there on the edge, tip of the tongue, and just not be able to get that elusive win, and just to get it tonight in the season finale at Talladega. I mean, come on, man. Everybody wants to win Talladega.
Well, with the
Oh
last
man.
race, we were having a little bit of technical difficulties with the broadcast. So Arch and I switched. So I was actually doing the broadcast. T Clay backed out of being an in race reporter, so he could go back, jump in a party with his teammates, and try to help them out.
Ah,
Arch was jumping on your personal broadcast, and again, we do
Talking you,
apologize.
Steve.
Yeah, we do apologize for the foul language. Again, he didn't know he was on air, but we heard your excitement.
Hey man, I had to get your raw excitement, buddy, dude. I could hear it on my phone, and I was like, you know what, man, I gotta share this with everybody. Man, dude, it was awesome to hear it in your voice, man. I've seen you work hard, and I've seen you get dropped, and I've seen you pick yourself up, man, at this track and Daytona and these super speedways over the course of the last month, dude. Just how many times you've raced these races over the last month? You just get so much disappointment to end it this way, man. I know it was
yeah,
a great feeling
yeah.
for you.
The last 3 weeks, I mean, uh, Daytona, you
Bittersweet
know, Daytona,
symphony.
Atlanta, Canadian Tire, Talladega. I mean, the last couple of weeks, man, it's been, like I said, it's been right there. So it's definitely bittersweet. But shout out to the champ. He's up here in the booth now. So I'm gonna step out the
Boom!
spotlight. I'm gonna step out the spotlight and give it to him.
Oh, hold on a second. Hold on a second, Boom. You got the victory, man. Congratulations.
Well,
Heck yeah, man.
it's nice to get it, but you got the bigger trophy tonight, man. So
I
congratulations
did,
to that.
but congratulations to you, man. I was kind of pulling for you in a way.
I will admit, I kind of did you a little bit dirty.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure
yeah.
you know what I'm talking about. Going down the backstretch, Jackson was behind me. I was in third. You were right behind him.
Jackson, good.
Uh-huh. And you let him in. Yeah. I don't think that was dirty.
Okay, I told him, I was like, slingshot me. I'm gonna get off the throttle, let the gap open up so he can cut in front, so he can have that one position between y'all two.
I didn't think it was
And
dirty. That was
It
crazy.
worked out great
worked?
for the. I mean,
The power of country fried steak and Keystone got Boomhauer the win today. Congratulations to
Gotta love it.
Boomhauer. Congratulations, Boomhauer, aka the Keystone Cowboy. We got Jackson Strong up here. We got Jake. Definitely want to get MPP up here too. Not to take away from your hard-earned win tonight, but
by all means,
we got a
give
couple.
them the spotlight. They
We got a
earned
couple
it.
contenders and a champion we want to talk to. So Boomhauer, you know I'll
Absolutely.
talk to you soon. Congratulations!
Good job
I
on
know
the
you
win,
pulled it
dude.
off, man.
Thank you very much.
Hey man, we're gonna roundtable tomorrow, so we'll talk to you about it tomorrow, bud.
10-4.
All right,
Congrats,
Jake.
buddy.
I know that you were upset with me again. I was broadcasting last week, or the last race, and again, we're going to tell this to everybody. Please accept Archangel Fry GRL as your friend, so we can get you into the broadcast booth with the broadcaster. So, Jake, not to take away from your championship last week, but you pulled out the custom cars, won the cup then, and then you said, you know what, for my next one tonight, I'm going back to my black and green, and you got it tonight, man. Congratulations.
Yeah!
Now, what in the Sam heck, let's put it like that. Yeah, what in the Sam heck happened? I was on board with you. You were in the draft, and all of a sudden it looked like you had a right front down. You smacked a wall. I mean, obviously, I know that
Listen.
wasn't the case, but damn, son,
Listen,
you hit that
okay.
thing hard. Concussion
My
protocol.
cat, listen, my cat, okay, my controller was on the charger on the ground, and my cat, she was, rubbing her face on the controller, and she hit the PS button. I flipped out. I'm swearing at the cat. I'm like, you effing cat, get out of here! And I'm panicking. I'm lucky it happened off of turn 4, because I went straight down pit road right then and there. I only had 1 second of damage, so I got
Damn it.
super lucky.
Well, guess what? You got 1
So
second of
lucky.
damage to your car, but you added 20 minutes of damage to that wall appears that you hit,
Yeah,
man.
literally.
You, Holy cow.
honestly, I was a little disappointed after Bristol because I got my own self a speeding penalty. Pit road was 30 miles an hour. I went 37. I led so many laps at Bristol. I felt like today, Bristol's not going to let me down this time. And sure enough, I ended up finishing seventh. But it was a heck of a race. I'm more impressed with Talladega and how 16 drivers in the first stage managed to stay all together with no issues whatsoever. I can't wait to go back. And on top of that, we led tons of laps at Talladega, which is something that I never really do at plate tracks. Seems like at plate tracks, I'm always like a mid-pack racer. I never finish well at them, except for the last Daytona that we went to. Ended up in Victory Lane, I think. But
Hey, what did
oh
you
my
do to
God,
the old
it's
dirt dog? What did you do to the old dirt dog? Because he says he's muting you. Oh, Helen Keller
Dirt
says
Dog.
he's mute. Yeah, dirt dog. He says he's muting you, Jake. What the
I don't
heck?
know who Dirt Dog is, honestly.
He's joking around. He's joking
Oh,
around.
okay. I don't know. He wasn't in the race, so.
No, he just comes out development.
Dirt Dog's a
Was
guy
he?
that we always race with. He participates in the development league. We race
Oh,
in
okay.
Civics late night lobbies. One night he made a joke about Helen Keller, and he started muting everybody because he can't see him and everything. So he was making a joke. So technically, by him saying muting Jake, is congratulations, Jake, and he did just say
Yeah, thank you.
congratulations. So
I can't
it's
believe
an
I did
inside
it.
joke, but
I was happy to win the custom series, and honestly, I was hoping Pendle was going to be up there with me, but, honestly, so my success today specifically was Habab. Habab pushed me. He dedicated himself to pushing me. Without him, I would not be here in Victory Lane talking to you guys. I think it would have turned out a lot different, but he ended up being a lap down. He slowed down so we can get together. And, big thanks to him. Unfortunate circumstance for Robbie. I'm not sure what happened to him. Tough way to end the season for him. I feel for him. But,
and I'm glad you
Team
brought that
Noco,
up.
thank
We-
you for,
ahead.
I got a big thanks to Team Noco for sure for being on the team.
And just again, real quick, not to take away from your championship, Boomhauer's win again. We talked about it in the broadcast. We talked about it every time we've seen him. Thank you, Habab. Again, he is stepping off. We won't be able to see him for a while. He is joining the United States Army. He's going to go serve his country, and he says
Right
he
on,
can't,
Bob. Right on.
he says he can't wait to get back. So he will take a leave of absence. But thank you for what Habab is going to do. Again, you all know I'm a veteran of the Air Force, so is Boomhauer, is of the Army, and a lot of us out there are veterans. So thank you, Habab, and take care of yourself out there. And great racing all year long. Can't wait to get you back, buddy.
Woo,
Don't
cheers. Good job.
if you could do me one quick favor, Jake, and not leave, Jackson.
What's
What
up?
up? What up, buddy? Now.
You tried, teammate.
Was that not an awesome race or what?
Oh,
Man, see, I don't know
Maybe
if
y'all hear
Jake
our
saw it.
broadcast.
I don't know if
Goodness
Jake saw it, but when Jake not only smacked that wall, he just plumb tore it down with a bulldozer. We saw you spin a lap later, hitting that apron. And no offense to Jake, all right. So don't get mad at me, buddy. All right.
No.
But after Bristol, I said I had to go either with my Shin Motorsports teammate for next year or my Ohio boy, No Pit. I said, you got your one championship. These boys are fighting for it. And all three of you guys put on one heck of a show. But, Jackson, what were your thoughts, man? Because as soon as Jake knocked the wall down, I thought you had it, and then you had your incident.
Honestly, there when we made that first round of green flag pit stops in the third stage, I thought we were in a really good spot until I got the speeding penalty. And at that point, I kind of thought that the race was over. And then they're like, Jake hit the wall, something happened to Jake, and I'm sitting here thinking I got a chance. Then I clipped the apron and yanked it sideways, and I had to take 4 still because I had the penalty and I wanted to save some time. So I took 2. I pretty much knew I'd made my own bed, but had a blast, man. I felt privileged to even be in the final 3. Something happened to bad at Bristol, and I just was able to capitalize.
Yeah, man, and again, I've raced with you in Heat 3. I know we don't talk quite a bit. We will be teammates next year, but every time I'm in a lobby with you, it's always a pleasure, Jackson. You're one of the people, that don't get the delete button when I clean my friends out. You're a good person, man. And when Robbie said he signed you, it's like, oh, that's super cool. So again, I know this was your last underdog race, but great to have you aboard. I'm gonna have to pick your mind. You're always super fast. I do not know how, but you always end up beating me. Well, I know how because you're fast. But Jackson, again, man, I can't wait
Fuel
to talk to you some
conservation.
more, man. Yeah, fuel
Yeah,
conservation, right?
I know that's right. I just want to say, man, that the strategies, I think the teamwork in that Talladega race was amazing. I know NOCO had their team with a great strategy. I mean, with a Bob on Jake's rear, there was nothing I could do. Literally nothing I could do. And so I knew I had Pendle on my rear, and I think me and Boom had a deal with the DSR guys, and the only thing I could do was to let like 5 cars go by on the outside and to have some kind of help. And it worked for a minute, but I thought the teamwork from both teams, all 3 teams there in Talladega, was awesome.
And I love your paint scheme too. I am an Ohio State Buckeyes fan, being from Columbus, Ohio. Love that scarlet and gray paint scheme, buddy.
Oh, is that what it was? I just thought it looked pretty.
I just lifted up the tarp and I saw this thing, so I pulled it out of the garage. It was just sitting in my back corner of the garage.
I know that you had no affiliation with that, but again, I try again, Jake. Don't get upset, man. I was really.
I don't know why you're saying getting upset. I'm not upset at all.
Because I like you, Jake. I like you, but you won your championship. Somebody else got to win, and you said I'm going to pull the green and black tent out and said I'm coming back for you. But
I take
all
no
3 of you
offense
guys.
to
Did we
it.
get no pit up here, by the way?
I think so. He's in here. Is he in here? Pitt?
Yeah, I'm in here.
What's up? You finished that beer yet?
No, I'm still drinking it, actually.
Hey, man, drink a couple, man.
Tell him Horton Dirt Dog says he's muting all over Ohio, no pit, so we have to unfriend him now.
That's okay. We'll just unfriend him. That's all good.
Yeah. Real quick, no pit. After, I don't know if you saw or heard, Jake, apparently a cat ran out in front of him on the straightaway or in the corner, and he knocked the wall down. Jackson ended up getting down on that apron. I thought that you were going to get back around him, and I thought you were going to get it. What were your thoughts on the race? Congratulations on the season that you had, but 2, by the way.
Oh, well, Talladega. That's Talladega, man. Fucking freaking sorry. I'm sorry, guys.
Don't worry about it. Just keep on going. Act like it don't happen. Just keep on going.
I won Bristol, and I'll be honest with you, the only reason I won Bristol is because Jake had issues, but I took the win. That guaranteed me the final 3. And this Talladega, man, is just being in the draft and trying to check up for guys, not to run them over, and just the racing was fun. And I just have such bad luck at plate tracks, man. At Daytona, Talladega, it doesn't matter what it is. I could be first or second, and something happens. So overall, it was a great season. I'm glad to come back next year and run Xfinity again for NOCO. I love to run Cup, but scheduling conflicts can't make me. I'm not able to do it. But hopefully, I can bring him a championship again next season. And congrats to Jake on the championship, even though
Yeah, congrats, Jake.
finishing second's you's getting really, really old. But
Yeah, I said that earlier because
tonight, man, don't complain. We brought that up. We made sure to point that out. You
'cause
got
I'm
in front of him tonight.
Yeah, we were talking about how you said that you were tired of being the bridesmaid, and at Bristol, you came out and said, "I'm coming for that cup, man." And I thought after they had their misfortunes, I kept telling everybody in the broadcast, I thought you had it again because we lost our in-race reporter because he left the chat to go help his teammate, so we didn't have an update until Arch checked on Boomhauer, but I thought you had it wrapped up tonight, man. But congratulations for making the top 3. That's an honor. Same thing with Jackson. Congratulations to Jack. You guys put on one hell of a show, and we're not done yet, too. Are you guys going to pay attention tomorrow night for the Cup race?
Oh yeah,
definitely. I'm gonna try to. I'm running my own league tomorrow night.
Maybe I'll get in there and help broadcast.
Hey, Jake, tomorrow would be a great time. You've been talking about wanting to come up here, man. And
That's
like I
right.
said,
Get up here, man. Come support everybody, man.
Hey, I gotta say real quick that tonight, going into Talladega, I thought for sure everyone was going to be against me. Even Pitt, and Robbie, and everyone, teammates. I knew they were going to, but during the race, I thought everyone was going to be against me. But if you noticed earlier in the season at certain races, I hope everyone takes this to their own account that when you let people by and race them clean and maybe even give them a lap back if you have the chance to keep someone on the lead lap just for the heck of it. I did as much as I could of that, and I felt like it paid off tonight because if I hadn't done anything like that, it would have been a much harder race. It was a good race though.
for all
I brought
three
that
of you
point up
guys to
earlier
make it to
before
the
the race
top
too.
three. Yeah, for
Um,
all three of you to make it to the top three, that shows consistency, determination, grit, not quitting. Unless you had a lag issue, technology issues, but you all three proved why you guys were running for the cup tonight. So congratulations to you guys.
Really
Thanks.
quick, Puddin', real quick, I just want to say if there's any powers that be listening right now, the excitement that came, I don't know what the point layout is for next year if we're going to do the playoff format. There was so much excitement and intensity built into this playoff format. Man, this is the way to go in my mind. I thought that was awesome. When you got, I mean, Jake earned his point lead on Thursdays. But when you got a 250 point lead, it kind of takes the excitement out of the last race of the season.
It does. It really does.
There was a lot of excitement built around these two races tonight, just in the chat that I was in, and I think that was really cool.
And
Yeah,
And I
we do have
second that, guys.
and
I'm
we
sorry,
do
I'm
have
sorry to cut
yeah
you
we
we
off.
got
should do a
updating.
fan poll. Give a little fan
Well,
poll
we've
out
got
there and see
updates
what you
coming from
fans think
Kate
about it
Taddy
too.
though. Kate Taddy says he has some changes coming in. I know Arch and Boomhauer are going to put together a Giggity roundtable just as a chat to recap all the races and all the year. So I don't know, but I have a feeling from what I've talked to. Please join into that. But we're going to see how everything pans out because you start talking points, people start driving each other a little bit harder, a little bit more aggressive, and things
Oh
happen.
yeah.
So when you do it like this too, knowing that you're still in it, there's not necessarily the playoffs. Let's see what happens though. But thanks for your guys' input. I agree. It's
Think
a barn
about
burner like this.
another thing to think about, fellas. We got, I mean, it was this intense on a video game. Think about in real life, them guys driving them real cars, how intense it is for them.
Yeah.
I mean, I
So I
think
thought
Denny
that,
Hamlin has probably lost 30 pounds sweating off in all the years that he's been so close.
Yeah. I like him. So, it was a good season for Team NoCo. I just got to thank, sponsors, my friends, and everyone who supported me through the season. My teammates, Bob and Pendle and D. Smith and Robbie. And, NoCo, he's the one that brought me to the team, and he put his trust into me to go out there and do my best, and that's what I did. So hopefully he's proud, and we'll try to go for a cup championship now.
And I like how you did your fan vote for your paint schemes. Glad to see
Yeah,
that orange
did you like
made
that
the
orange one?
Oh,
Yeah.
like I told everybody else, I'm going to go all the way back to a movie that we've all seen, Smokey and the Bandit. Honey Hush. I
Yeah.
love that orange one. That was
It was
beautiful.
fun. I thought it was fun. So I made a few paint schemes, and the top two I would race that night, and I figured why not for Bristol? I'll race the orange one, and then I'll race my regular one for Talladega. But yeah, I might do that some point next season, maybe just for fun race or something. But it was just for fun. Thank you for everyone for voting. It was a lot of fun to see that a lot of people did vote. So
Apparently Tom Horton's mute button gets hit a lot. I'm surprised it's not worn out yet.
yeah, well, you know.
Puddin wins commentator of the year, says Robert Weshing. I
No,
wouldn't go
yes,
quite that
I
far.
agree.
I wouldn't go that
agree.
far. There's so many people. Archangel, he's stepped up. He's doing the round table. He's invites me every night. I committed to Wednesdays and Sundays when I was asked to do that. And it's a privilege to get asked every morning when I wake up. I check my messages since I don't have a phone, and every morning that there's an invite, you guys know how much I love to do it too. So
Yeah,
I do
you're a good
appreciate it.
broadcaster.
Thank you, and thank you, Robert, and congratulations to all of you guys. You put on one hell of a show. What better way to finish than Talladega with drama? Goodness
What
gracious.
horrible way to finish it with extreme amount of drama.
Well, for a driver, yes. For as a,
Yeah,
as a fan.
you
It
just swear he was gonna
sucks.
have a heart attack or aneurysm or something, man. But he was going. You guys know how Puddin gets, and he got wired tonight, man. You guys put on a hell of a show for these fans and for us, and
It wasn't
I
fun out
appreciate
there,
it.
I'll tell you that. It was
Oh, I know it
stressful.
wasn't. No, but thank you for going through that crap for me.
Yeah, I hope everyone had fun watching. I hope it was exciting, and hopefully I wasn't able to finish my stream because a bunch of lag issues happened. So I stopped my stream.
yeah, I started getting that too, man.
So I
Yeah.
stopped my stream, and it seemed to fix itself on my end at least. So
Real
I'll,
quick
I'll
before
upload
we
the last little bit of that.
before we jump off air, we'll start with No Pit, then we'll go with Jackson, and then we will get to you, Jake. No Pit Pendle, OH.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Before going into tonight's race, what what were your nerves like?
I wasn't really nervous about Bristol because I have a really good. I've always run Bristol really well since this game come out. So I was like just top 5 finish. I think I had like a 17-point lead or something like that over 4th place. So I'm like, just get a couple top 5s in the stages, have a decent finish. I'll finish and I'll win. I'll get to the next round. Then I got to the next round, and I thought to myself, man, I'm going to find a way to have a bad race at Talladega, and it happens. Damn it, it happens. And there's nothing you can do. I mean, when something happens in front of you and the caution don't come out, it's not there ain't nothing you can do about it. So I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I love racing in Giggity. The only reason I'll tell you what. I enjoy racing in Giggity, and I would not have known about this league. But as many of you all know, I run, Sunoco on Sundays, and we used to do a league versus league with Giggity, and Noco was in it, Taddy was in it, and I'd have their best guys against us. And then that intrigued me racing with those guys, so I come in and did a few development races in trucks. So I jumped up over here, and I've enjoyed every little bit of racing. Yeah, I get frustrated like everybody does, but I enjoy racing with these guys. And now that Jake's going to Cup, I can actually win me some races.
Maybe I'll slip back in that 10 car once in a while,
UK's going to be in that. No, wait, no, somebody else is going to be in that 10 car. But
whoever's in that car, hopefully they do good.
Hey, what am I, chopped liver?
just a little bit. But overall, I had a fun season. It was good. Thanks, Taddy, if you're watching. I appreciate you letting me run, and Noco, especially thanks to you, buddy. You used to pick to draft me, and you believe in me, and I'm glad I could represent you out on the racetrack and get you wins, and pulling a Mark Martin and being a bridesmaid so much, but it is what it is, and I enjoy racing with you. Enjoy racing with everybody, and I'm going to get him next season.
Congratulations, man, and you had one heck of a season. We can't wait to see you back, and again, I can't wait to be in the booth and call your name. Real quick, Jackson, different question for you. I know you were probably a little bit nervous. Of these 2 tracks, which were you looking most forward to? Because they are different aspects on the table.
Ooh.
I was definitely looking forward to Talladega. I honestly wasn't nervous at all coming into it because I didn't feel like I had a chance to get through. I know honestly, I had a top 5 car all year, but I was about a 4th fastest car in every race that these other 3 were racing in. So Bad had his bad luck, and that gave me an opportunity. So then super excited for Talladega because anything can happen at Talladega. You never know, but man, I had a blast.
And Jake, a different question for you. What are your expectations going into your rookie cup season?
Win as much as I can, win it all.
Stay away from Jackson.
Stay away from Jackson.
That's right, you guys will be battling it out, won't you?
Look, I know Cup is different, and it's a different car, different people in the field, but I think the way I race in Xfinity is gonna be the exact same for
drivers drive.
Yeah, and it's not like you, Jake. If I may point something out, it's not like you ain't won it in the Cup Series and had success. The few hot seats you've had, you've went in there and I think you've won a race, haven't you? Or you've come close to winning a race.
Yeah, I think I came close. I've led a bunch of times in the dashes.
All-Star race was a
I won the All-Star race. Yeah.
He won the All-Star race because I think I finished like 3rd or 4th in that race. So yeah,
that race
really
was the highlight of my season. I think winning the All-Star race, the way the format was with the top
amazing.
4 or 5, the top 4 or 5 drivers in trucks and Xfinity and Cup, the way that happened, and to come out on top, I felt so good. I don't know. I just try really hard to win these races, and I try to race as clean as I can, and I try to just race as legit as I can, and my season paid off. Who knows? I may not win again in the Cup Series. There could be circumstances where I just could never win again. You just never know. So that's why I enjoy every win each time I get them. Because
Are you going to participate in custom and slider?
Well, yeah, I'm going to do both, but I think I can only run for 1 points, and I'm going to do Cup sliders. I'm going to go for that championship.
There you go.
I feel like Noco's just going to be a little too quick at too many places for me to overtake him, but we're going to try. I feel like we're just a tick slower than Noco, so
Hey,
A lot of painters are tick slower than Oko.
before I go real quick, man, this is the best league on NASCAR Heat 4. There's
Yep.
no other league that
Amen.
can compete with this league.
Cheers,
I
I
don't care
mean.
if it's the esports league where they're getting paid. It doesn't matter. This is the
No. Who
best
cares?
league on NASCAR Heat 4, and praise Taddy for that, and everybody that participates. It's awesome.
I mean, everyone that's watching right now, just think. He probably started. I've only been in this league 3 months, and I've gotten to know Taddy quite well. He's a funny guy, really funny to talk with. But he must have started with what? How many people? 5? What are we up to now? 300 subscribers and almost 200 drivers in the league. That's amazing. He's got to thank. I mean, everyone, just give Taddy a thanks. Clap your hands for him. Bravo. Taddy, good job. I mean, I don't know any other league with that many
and
people.
all the administrators. K-Teddy has so much to do. All these administrators, all the captains. I mean,
exactly.
Everybody. Like Mills is already starting to feel that burden on his shoulder. He says, I got to get up of here. I can't race recreationally right now. I've got decisions to be made. I've got comments to be responded to. So, I mean, that goes for all of our captains, all of our administrators. Thank you to everybody who's participated this year. Our development league has grown threefold in 3 weeks. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy.
Amazing accomplishment. Now just think to the point where 7-4 is eventually going to realize how big this league is, and who knows? We could get some sort of shout out from 704. We never know.
It already happened, I guess. Again, I'm not on social media, but
really? Well, that's good then.
Yeah. Again, we'll let that get brought up. But real quick, for you guys out there, to our champions, to our top 3, this is me popping a champagne bottle for you guys.
Wait, I have an idea. I think every champion this season should get on the track and do like a victory lap together. Truck, Xfinity, Cup.
I like that. And drink a Keystone together with each other.
Yeah, do the round table, and then like in the middle of the round table, have the 3-4 champions, do a lap together.
I love that idea.
Not a race lap, just a pace lap. That would be cool.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. And we know K-Teddy's out there listening. If he's not, he's definitely going to be listening. And again, we give everything to you drivers, the administrators, the captains. But let's not take away from what our one and only Archangel has done for us in the broadcast. Since I've started broadcasting, the commentary, people on YouTube, followers, everything has doubled since Arch has really stepped up in the broadcast booth. So thank you to you too, buddy.
Hey man, I just sit here and watch you guys put on a great race, man. I just talk crap with you, buddy. I hang out with my best friend.
But that's the best.
I get to watch some of the best drivers here, and then I get to go race some of you guys afterwards, and I get to learn from you guys, talk to you guys, and I get to share these memories with you guys, man. I mean, I'm winning these championships alongside you guys, cheering for all you guys. I mean, you guys are here in the broadcast as Puddin does, man. I love watching you guys race, man. I love the show that you guys put on, not just for me personally, but for my fans, man. For every fan that this league has and we are going to have to come. Dude, you guys put on an amazing 3-week showdown. Okay, these last 3 weeks, you guys have been putting on hellacious racing.
Good battles on the track, too.
Oh, yeah, man. Dude, Bristol, what did we have? 1 caution? Maybe 2?
I think 2 in total.
Come on, man. Like
2, maybe 3.
Get that?
It was good.
Where else did we get that?
And I don't know if anybody else noticed, but me and Matt, BW, we were running the very bottom. Did you guys see that? We were on the 1990 style Bristol for a little while. That was awesome.
Yeah, and I have to apologize to you guys too. Like I said, I yell so much. But you guys make it so intense. I get so excited. So I don't mean to blow everybody's computers or phones or headphones out, y'all. It's just...
But it's funny. That's what gets the views.
Keep going up if it wasn't for you, man. They love it. Aside from great racing, dude, you gotta have good commentating to go with it, or else ain't nobody gonna want to listen to the broadcast, man. And that's where you come in, right? You keep it going, man. So don't sell yourself short. You're a heck of a driver. I wish you'd step up out of the truck so I can race you some of the Xfinity next year, alongside obviously some of our champions and championship contenders.
Well, if I get a hot seat, yes, I get a hot seat. I'll see you turning right, buddy.
Alright, sounds good, man. We'll go to.
And I love the road course racing too, man.
Love it, yeah. So real quick, congratulations to Jake, congratulations to Jackson, congratulations to Snow Pit Pendle. They put on one hell of a show. Bristol, Talladega, championship night, Xfinity, slider style, 2 different aspects of tracks, and congratulations for bad for you to get up this far. I'm going to say what I normally say. Y'all be safe. Arch, I'm going to let you take us out.
All right, man. We want to thank you guys for coming up here, man. Jake, congratulations on another championship, man.
Two. That's I'm just
awesome,
smiling the whole time.
I don't know if anybody's done that before. I haven't known this league that long, but that is an amazing feat regardless. Jackson, dude, you put on such an effort, man. You're such a class act driver out there, dude. I'm sorry to lose your teammate, but we'll always have some good races, fun races out there. And NPP, man, I just love saying your name. Fucking awesome. Oh, sorry. But I'm just having a good time, man. You guys put on a great race, man. Thank you guys for coming on, and thank you fans for coming out. We will be back tomorrow with the ending of championship week before we start our break. We've got a cup battle going on. Things are about to get dicey. I can't wait to see it, man. I hope you guys all tune in. We'll see you guys
Cheers to
tomorrow night.
all of you.
Bye.
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 Clinton, I gotta keep that going just because of the old lady. She started.
Have a good night, fellas.